simplify that one. So we're going to do log laws. And the first log law that we get is the standard one. You have to know this one. It's log b. So how we do this is we say the base drops, k becomes an exponent, and the number goes to the other side. Number 2, log b of b equals 1. Third one, log b of 1 equals 0. Fourth one, is log b of n equals 1 over log n b. You use this one when the given is maybe x, maybe b is an x and you must solve x. Then to get x out of here, because you can't do anything with when the number you want is here as a base, then you have to do this. It's like you can say it's the inverse. It's the inverse. Number 5. Number 5 is saying log b of n equals log n over log b. Then the basis can be anything that you put that's asked. Maybe, I'm sure you guys remember the question of yesterday. There was a question where they say using base 2 simplify, and we did this rule. Yeah. Then we learned that there is more log rules, and it goes as follows. It's number 6. So if you get a question and it says log b of n plus log b of c, to simplify this, we write log of b n times c. This is similar to when it's negative. We write log b of n minus log b of c equals. So now what you must look at is the sign that's in front of the log itself. Here it's positive, here it's positive, here it's positive, here it's negative. So we do it like this. Log b positive n over c. The one that's negative, the log is as a negative, the number gets put under the division. Always it will be like this. Once you know these rules, you have to be able to do any question that's given to you, because without these you can't do anything. You can't do anything. But okay, let us jump into a few examples. I feel like let us do one that is in the question paper. Okay, I'm just gonna pick a random one and okay. So the first question, examples. This is from your tutorial 2. So the first one is going to be this one here. Log 0.5 128. So the question is saying use logs to the base 2 and simplify. So we must use log to base 2. So how we do this is we must change the 0.5 so that we can get a 2 out of it. Same with the 128. So it's going to be like this. Equals 2 to the minus 1, and this is 2 to the power 7. Now we must change it so I'm sure that you can notice that we changed this log using this rule 5, and now all we have to do here is take this over. But first we must remember that the base must be 2. That means we choose the base now and we make it a 2, because they said use 2. Now we must use 2 as the base. So this is 7 log 2 2 over minus 1 log 2 of 2. Again, how we move this 7 to the front and this minus 1 to the front, it is a log rule. But we did not do it. So let's quickly do that. But I think everyone knows this by now, this rule. The rule that says log b in to the c equals k equals c log b in equals k. Everyone knows this rule. Should know this rule by now because we've been practicing our logs. So okay, now this is quite straightforward. As you can see, when the base and the number is the same, base and number is the same, it's equal to 1. That means we can cancel out this and cancel out this, and we are left with minus 7. We are left with minus 7. Okay, next question. Let's take it from the tutorial 2 again. It is to the left hand. So the next question is saying 2 log x4 plus log x54 minus log x a half equals 3. So how you do this is we must recognize that the bases are all the same. All the bases are the same. That means we can go ahead and use rules 6 and 7, but we must notice that there's a combination now of both. It's a combination because you see there's a minus there and a positive there and a positive here. So it is a combination. But first we have to simplify this one over here to make it log x 4 up to plus log x 54 minus log x a half equals 3. Okay, so how we do this now is we write the log and its base. And we must look, wherever it's positive, it goes to the top of the fraction. So 4 squared times. It's 4 squared on top is because there's a positive here in front. 54 is also positive, the log is positive, so we multiply with that log over 1 over 2, 1 over 2, because this number is going under because this log is negative. But the rule is telling us if it's negative, it goes under. If it's positive, it goes on top. This is equal to 3. So, I will write x to the power 3 equals 4 squared 54 1 over 2. So, to simplify that, it's best use a calculator, and I'm left with 1728 x3. Now all we do is the cube root. We have to now cube root this thing to get x alone and to remove this to the power 3. And the answer will then be 12. Okay, this is now a combination of the new rules we just learned, number 6 and 7. Let's move it down. Yeah, number 6 and 7. So this should not be a problem. Because I feel like this, I will do one more using this, but this should be simple. This should be simple because once you practice the laws, you should have no problem with any log at all. At all. So okay, let me do one more example of logs. Okay, so now we have this log question, and first thing you must notice when looking at the equation, at this equation, you must see that the base of the number here is the same. So this will be 1. All the bases here are the same because we know now that when there is not a base given, the base is 10. And also we must see that this 2 must go to the exponent here, so we can actually begin the equation, solving the equation. So we have log 2 to the power of 2 minus log 4 plus log 2 to the power 7 minus log 2. you see now that we're supposed to have a base. Let's make the base x. That's my bad. It's my bad. It has to be an x. I tried doing it differently, but there has to be a base. So anyways, we have a base. So now what we do is, because we are busy solving x. Yeah, okay, so how we do this now is we say log and its base is 2 to the 2, 2 to the power of 2, and how we know is, we know there's going to be a fraction because of rule 6 and 7, and there's a combination of positive logs and negative logs. So what we do is all the positive logs go to the top. It's a positive log over here. This one is positive, that one is positive, this one is negative, that one is negative. So 2 to the power of 7 because it's a positive log, and then this minus log here gets the 4, and this one here gets the 2. Okay, this is equal to 1. So x to the power of 1, 2 to the power of 2, 2 to the power of 7, 4 times 2 equals. So you're left with is in the calculator is 64. I'm just trying to get you to practice the law of 6 and 7 where we change this into this. Just remember that anything that has a positive log goes on the top, anything that's a negative goes to the bottom. Positive logs, and then this one over here, negative logs. Okay, they could give you one like this that is complicated, more complicated, but once you know the rules, you can do any log question no matter what they give you. Just know that positive logs go to the top, negative to the bottom. Then you should be on the right track.